It's a day after Christmas, and I believe lots of kids got presents from their loved ones, parents, and family members. And also, in this video, I'm going to share with you how a son took his father to court because he did not get what he wanted. And that begs the question, is it right to give a child all that he wanted or all that he wants? Or should we encourage and teach kids to appreciate and be grateful for what they have? Hi there, my name is Mfon. Welcome to my channel, and this is going to be a little bit long video because I'm reacting to a child who took his father to court because he didn't get what he asked for. So please, I hope you watch this video to the end because you're going to learn a whole lot. And if you're a parent, please take note because this is very, very important. I believe this video will create a thought-provoking question that will make you think, is it right for me to give my kids all the things they want, everything that they want, and not hold back, so that your kid will feel loved by you? Or should we teach them that it's okay not to get what you want? It's okay to be disappointed on Christmas Day, because I'm a mama of 4 and not all my kids were happy. Yesterday, even one of my child woke up this morning and told me, "Mama, I cried, last night." And I felt for him as a mother, but sometimes it is necessary for us to allow our kids to have these feelings. So let's listen to this video, and I hope you're going to learn something.
Miss Benny, sir, you show...
I hope you're going to learn something in this video. So please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because this is very, very important. Because sometimes you might think that we are loving on the child, but we are actually spoiling the child. And when these things come in front of us, we are like, where did that come from? Let's be careful.
Mr. Benny, sir, you show that you're suing your father for $60,000 for emotional distress. Am I reading this correctly?
Yes, Your Honor, that is
You
correct.
mind telling the court what happened?
Oh, it's a long story, but pretty much...
I need you to speak up just a little bit, sir.
Okay. Oh, it's a long story. Pretty much my father promised me a great reward, for all the great things I've done growing up. And, he always promised me if I did well in the classroom, well in sports, he'll reward me greatly. And, now that the time is here, I'm of age. He's not keeping his promise.
How old are you now, sir?
I just turned 21, December
21.
17th.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
So this guy said that the father had promised to reward him greatly, kind of like what happened to me and my son. I don't know if you saw the video. I said that I celebrated my achievement of taking screen away and helping my son. And I told him, if you do good, I'm going to get you what you want. Santa is going to get you what you want. But in reality, what he asked for was really, really expensive for me. It was expensive. I mean, gift of $100, $200, $400. So I was just like, I don't think this is possible, but we'll see. So he did great. He has improved a whole lot. I felt, I should do it at all costs, but does that really translate to love? So let's keep listening, because sometimes we make promises that is actually destroying the child. Because this guy said the father had promised if he does good at school, in sports, it's gonna reward him greatly. So let's keep listening.
Birthday and Christmas happen to be, kind of close together. So usually years in the past, I would get a gift for both my birthday and Christmas. But as of recent, he's got a pay raise. And, with that comes, greater rewards, as he's promised me. And, as for my birthday, 21, turning 21 is a big deal.
Boy or the guy is 21 is entitled. He said the father got a pay raise. So because he got a pay raise, you must get something bigger, or I don't understand. So let's.
And I asked for, a luxury car, Lamborghini.
I'm sorry, you asked for what now? A luxury car?
Yeah, luxury car.
For your birthday?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What type of luxury car are we talking about?
Anything from a Porsche, Lamborghini, Ferrari.
He's asking for a Lamborghini, a luxury car. He doesn't know how much that will cost on the dad, but all he wants, or he felt he's entitled to, is a Lamborghini, a luxury car. And you see what the father got for him, and he was just so ungrateful.
I have standards, and it's important to have standards in life. And what he gifted me wasn't any of those. I got a basic electric vehicle, if you can call it that. It's not really a vehicle, I would say. First, you can't hear it. It has no motor, no engine. Two, you have to charge it. If I wanted to charge something, I could easily just charge my phone. And it's just.
If you wanted to charge something, you can just charge your phone.
Yes, Your Honor. I don't see why I have to charge my vehicle if I can easily just.
Whew, so disrespectful. He said if he had wanted to charge something, he would have charged his phone. I believe the vehicle he's talking about is Tesla. Tesla is a luxury car. But the boy, I call him boy because he is not matured. Well, he's saying that it's not what he wanted. So he is the one that is making the demands, and he must get what he wants or what he wanted. So are we raising our kids in a healthy way, or are we teaching them to be so entitled that they don't even care about how we are faring as parents? All they care about is what they want as kids. So when people say, I want to give my kids the best, does it translate to spoiling them or helping them?
If you wanted to charge something, you can just charge your phone.
Yes, Your Honor. I don't see why I have to charge my vehicle if I can easily just have something better that I can just put gas in and go. I don't have to sit around and wait to charge a vehicle. Doesn't make sense.
I'm curious, Mr. Benny. Where do you reside?
With my father.
You stay in his house?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Omar.
Your Honor, Judge Porter. Your Honor,
Please explain this to me.
If I may, I can't believe you're doing this to your father.
I don't see the problem.
Judge Porter, I don't want you to get the wrong impression. This is by no way an extension of the way I brought him up, which I assure you was not what you're seeing. He is a transformed person. This is not my son.
I'm pretty sure that the standards that you instilled in him are kind of different from the standards he has now. But please explain to me what is going on. I'm trying to understand. Oh gosh. Oh boy.
Judge Porter,
you got me at a loss for words right now. I have to admit.
I don't think I ought to be, standing here acting like this if he's claiming I wasn't raised like this. Well, I don't think I'll be standing
son,
here.
what are you doing?
Okay, Mr. Omar, let me ask you this question. Mr. Omar, he stays in your house?
Doing what you do.
Does he live in your house?
He was born and has lived in our house, my wife and I's house, for the last 21 years.
Does he go to school?
Yes, he's currently going to college.
4.0
college?
GPA.
I'm sorry?
4.0 GPA at that. I'm a
4.0.
scholar.
He's a great student.
Who pays
Scholar.
for his tuition?
He actually got a full ride scholarship.
Also, he has a full ride scholarship.
yes.
Of academics or sports?
Both academic 4.0 GPA, which we're very proud of, and he is an exceptionally gifted basketball player
Okay.
as well.
Mr. Ben, let me ask you this question. As far as this basketball scholarship goes,
Yes, sir.
do you have an NIL deal? You know what that is?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The name, image, and likeness. Do you have that?
Yes,
How much
yes.
are you paid for that?
I would say an additional $50,000.
So the school pays you $50,000 in addition to giving you the athletic scholarship. It's a full ride scholarship?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you don't have to pay for anything?
No, sir.
Plus of that, you have the stipend for the NIL deal.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Omar, please continue, sir.
Judge Porter, if I may, I like to say a few things about myself and my son, just so
Okay.
you can get a better understanding of things that are not on paper.
Please explain this.
I came to this country when I was 21 years old from Argentina.
Okay.
I was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I came when I was 21 without anyone. Okay? My parents died when I was 7 in Argentina, and I had to stay with an aunt who was a very mean person, but you know, that's neither here nor there. She raised me, and I'm thankful for that. When I turned 21, I decided I wanted to come to the United States for a better life. And that's exactly what I did. And I have been working every single day of my life until today. I can't believe that you're bringing me to court on a work day. You know how difficult it is for me to take a day off.
We're here.
Mr.
right?
I can't believe you are not my son.
Hold on.
We're here, right?
You,
I know
you
who
had a
this is.
chance to speak. Let me ask you this question, Mr. Omar. And I'm not going to get into the financials of the situation. I'm assuming that you have your own business or you work for a company?
I work for a major company.
You work for a major company.
Yes.
Now, without getting into the financials, I'm assuming because of his...
So you see that the father wanted to do everything for the son, but he came from a humble background. He came to the United States, or he moved to United States at 21 and achieved all that he has achieved without the help of anybody. But at 21, his son, he's so entitled for him to do almost everything for him. That begs the question: is he, did he lay the foundation properly? Because some of us, we want to shield our kids from suffering, from the reality of life, from seeing raw things that happen to people. Like people would say, life happens. We want to shield our kids from that, and at the end of the day, they end up disgracing us. This is a disgrace. A son taking the father to court because he did not give him the luxury car that he wanted. Even though the father gave him a luxury car, but he wanted, it must be what he wanted. So the father went through life the hard way, but is over pampering the child in such a way that the child don't have value for whatever is given to him. So let's think very well about giving our child what they want, making them happy, inconveniencing ourselves, because like the man said, he has been working. He works every single day. That tells you that sometimes the work is even taking family time together with the son, learning time, teaching time, bonding time. He's doing all this to make sure the child has a better life. But does the child really understand what that means? Let's keep listening.
Yes, I can.
And you probably can't afford a Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini, whatever he requested.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, but you have the financials that if you wanted to make that happen, you can make that happen.
I could probably
All right,
make
you
that-
had your chance. Now it's his turn.
Son, excuse me.
Let me ask you this question. When you came here from Argentina,
I did
you have that type of money?
I never had any money to my name.
So you didn't have that type of money to buy yourself a luxury car like that?
Absolutely not. I had to work for everything I have every day of my life. I had no parents. I didn't even have a family, for Christ's sake.
So you had to work to get to where you are now?
I have had to work every single day of my life since I was 7
Do
years
you have
old.
do you have a college degree?
I do not. I am
You do
not.
not.
I am not a college educated person. I am a self-taught man.
Okay. So by from a financial standpoint, would you consider yourself to be successful?
Well, that's a tough question, Mr. Porter. It's a tough question. I mean, I am, quote unquote, yes, you can call it a successful person, but I'm not a rich person. I'm not a wealthy man.
You're better off than most, I should say, rather.
I would say I'm middle class plus.
Middle class
If-
plus.
If you want to
Okay.
look at it that way.
And your son is suing you. And why did you decide to buy him a electrical vehicle instead of the car that he wanted?
Please
Well-
explain, please.
We've had this conversation already.
No. Tell me. I'm curious. I'm just curious.
Of course. So my wife and I originally wanted to buy him a what we call in the Spanish community a transportation, which is basically a cheap car with high miles, just to get him, from point A to point B, which is essentially all he needs. He's a college student. It's not like he's going to go party every day. He has to go to school. And then we decided, because he's been such an exceptionally gifted student, that we were going to buy him a nice car. So we got him an electric vehicle, which I consider to be, I don't know the way you guys look at it, but
You see, he worked himself from a humble background to a middle class plus, that is above average. Man, he is successful. He is very successful. But he did not teach the child, the son, how to be a man on its own. He's already 21 and he's already formed. So those things were not taught, hard work, being grateful, appreciation. I think I'm not judging. Parenting is hard. And I'm not judging. Please hear my heart. I am just saying from what I'm hearing that those things were not taught to the child. But he came from a humble background. And that is very, very easy for parents to do. Oh, I work every day of my life to achieve what I have achieved today. I will make sure my child don't experience the things I experience, which is a good decision. But how do you go about it? How do you make sure that that child understand the basic necessity of life? Because the kids that we pamper, that we spoil, they will come back and put us in trouble, like him taking a day off work to go to court because he did not give the child the exact car that he wanted. Sad. Very sad.
Explain, please.
we've had this conversation already.
No. Tell me. I'm curious. I'm just curious.
Of course. So my wife and I originally wanted to buy him a what we call in the Spanish community a transportation, which is basically a cheap car with high miles, just to get him, from point A to point B, which is essentially all he needs. He's a college student. It's not like he's going to go party every day. He has to go to school. And then we decided, because he's been such an exceptionally gifted student, that we were going to buy him a nice car. So we got him an electric vehicle, which I consider to be, I don't know the way you guys look at it, but I consider an electric vehicle a luxury car. I got him
Now,
on
I don't
it's
know-
a $40,000 car.
Without getting into the make and model of the electric car that you purchased, what I do know that they are not cheap.
They're not.
And on average, they cost at least $50,000-$60,000 starting. Am I correct in saying that?
pretty
Give or
cheap.
At the very least, yes, sir.
That's pretty cheap.
That's not cheap.
I'm sorry, what? What'd you say?
That's pretty cheap.
It's cheap?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
because you don't know where money comes from.
Okay.
I don't know.
Here's where...
Do you see what I have to deal with? Are you seeing what I'm dealing with?
I'm hearing every word of this.
Could you imagine a child that has not worked a day in his life saying that $50,000 car is pretty cheap? What are we doing here? How can $50,000 is some people gross income? Some people don't make up to $50,000 a year, and somebody is saying that $50,000 is cheap. $50,000 car is cheap. that is childish. Period.
What? What'd you say?
That's pretty cheap.
It's cheap?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
because you don't know where money comes from.
Okay.
The father said he doesn't know where money comes from. True.
I don't know.
Here's where.
Do you see what I have to deal with? Are you seeing what I'm dealing with?
I'm hearing every word of this. Yes, sir.
May I add something? The fact that he even had the idea of getting me a low-end, cheap start-out car, I kind of find that disrespectful.
It's disrespectful.
Yes, I have an image to uphold. You know,
Is this your only child, sir?
This is my only child, Judge Porter. Do you see what I have to deal with?
Mr.
No.
Benny.
The child said the fact that the father is thought of giving him a cheap car is disrespectful. So my child wants something that is too expensive, and I felt that he doesn't need expensive car. What the father said, he just need a car that takes him from point A to point B. But the child said that the father is disrespecting him for thinking that he should get a cheap car, and that $50,000 is cheap, or $50,000 car is cheap. Spoiled.
Mr. Benny.
that even helps my case more. I'm an only child. He can,
I understand that, Mr.
spend the whole
Benny.
budget on me. There's no other kid.
Well, sometimes I used to think that when people have like more kids, I mean, parents have like 4 to 6 kids, it's a lot. I'm a mama of 4, and well, I used to think that, but not anymore. When parents have like maybe 1 or 2, they will focus their attention and raise them in a healthy way. Sometimes that's not the case. In fact, most only child are always spoiled because they believe that the parents should do the whole world for them, and because they are the only child, they are entitled to have something that the parent cannot afford, and they don't even care how that is, that stress is on the parent. Then you are not considerate. If that is how you think, because you are the only child, you feel your parents should go and break the bank for you, you are not considerate. You don't show consideration or empathy on your parents, and you don't show appreciation. Some kids don't even have a car. They don't even have a parent to get them a car, and you have one, and because you have a high GPA, and that is another thing we tell our kids: if you make high GPA, we'll give you this. Sometimes those promises are unnecessary. We should try as much as we can to be sincere. This is what I can afford, and explain to the child the purpose is for you to move from the car to take you from one place to another. It's not for you to, it mustn't be what you want. And as children of God, sometimes when we pray, God don't give us what we want. He gives us what we need. And please encourage your child to be appreciative of what they have, because there are millions of kids their age that don't have that. And in this case, $40,000 car, you disrespect or disregard it, is irresponsibility, I mean, he doesn't know where money come from. That's why he's talking like that. So that is why you should educate your child. It's called financial literacy. Make them to understand that money don't grow on trees, and it's hard to come by.
What have I done for you your entire life if not give you everything? You have a roof, you have food to eat, and you have an electric car. And you're going to college paid for by the state. What are you complaining about?
So why couldn't you just give me the car I wanted?
Because you don't deserve it. That's why, because you have to learn the principle of working for what you want. You want a Ferrari? You want a Ferrari? You go to the NBA, get drafted by the NBA, you buy Ferrari.
Okay.
Well, if you don't teach them this in an early stage, this is what will happen. They will drag you to the public and embarrass you. So this is what he should have taught him right from when he was small, that he doesn't have to get all the things that he wants. And according to him, he said he gave him everything that he asked for. And that is why when you give your child everything that he or she asks for, this is what will happen. When they don't get disappointed, when they don't have this, when you shield them from expressing emotion of disappointment, that is why there is a lot of suicide, because you see young men, young women, oh, I broke up with my girlfriend, they'll go and overdose. I broke up with my girlfriend, they'll go and commit suicide. I broke up with my girlfriend, they'll go and, do something harmful to themselves. So teach children that it's okay to be disappointed. It's an emotion. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be, be mad. He just said he has been giving him everything he wanted. So now that the boy is demanding for a little bit too much for him, it is now time to teach him, which is kind of late, but he can still learn. He's 21, he can still learn. So let's pay attention to this and understand that no is very, very important to say, and lots of the time, no means I love you. No means I cannot afford it. No means it's not yet time. No means wait.
I got you a nice car.
I've been working hard in the
classroom.
classroom. 4.0 GPA has been building up. I'm the captain of the basketball team. I have an image to uphold. Everyone in the school knows who I am. I can't pull up in an electric vehicle.
Mr. Omar, sir, I'll take it from here.
Mr. Porter, this is outrageous.
Mr. Vinny,
Yes, Your Honor.
I want to commend you for your grade point average. I want to commend you for that.
Thank you.
You have made a dedication to your academics. It appears to me you've made a dedication to receiving your degree. What are you studying in school, sir?
Actually, I'm studying cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity, okay. So once you have your degree, you have a foundation to go through life and make a living for yourself.
Yes, sir.
I want to commend you for putting in the work to receiving a basketball scholarship. There are plenty of people out there who have athletic talent, but they don't have the discipline to put it together where they can receive a college scholarship. I want to commend you for that.
Thank you.
Okay. Here's where you are a disappointment. This man owes you nothing.
Thank you.
He owes you absolutely nothing. You are an adult. You are a grown man. This is the first step in being your own person. He has done his job. When you were a baby, they made sure that you were fed, that you were clothed, that you had shelter. They did their job. Let me ask, hold on for a second, sir. Did he go to private school or public school?
Benny went to private schools
Private
his entire
school.
life.
Wait a minute. So he went to private schools. Were they free for you, or did you have to pay for that?
Absolutely not. You're an educated man, Mr. Porter.
I
So
am.
you must know the cost of private tuition. It's not cheap.
So they paid for you to have the best education.
It's just
They make this. I understand that, but there are people out there who don't have the ability to go to some of the best schools.
I understand that, but I didn't ask to be put in a private school. That was their choice.
You know what? You're right. They could have
sent
sent you to public school.
Yeah.
It's child that don't value the hard work that the parents are put into to educate them. That's what will come out from him. I didn't ask to be put in private school. What an insult. What an insult. Sad.
Right. They could have sent you to public school.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
As a matter of
Unbelievable.
fact, he could have said something like, you know what? I'm going to put him in a boarding school somewhere and let somebody else deal with him. I'm going to spend all my time with my wife because apparently there's no other children.
Precisely.
They made the sacrifice so you can have. Okay? He bought you a car. Whether it's an electric car or what we used to call a jalopy, you had a car to get from point A to point B. And how your friends think about it, who cares what they think about? Okay? Are you here to satisfy their image, or are you here to satisfy your own? Because when you start being concerned about what other people think about you, you are setting yourself up for failure. Don't give a damn what other people care about. If you show up in a bicycle, your job is to get your education. Your job is to play basketball. You said you're the captain of the basketball team. My job here is to lead us to a conference championship, and so be it. Maybe we can win a national championship. Who cares how you get there? If you come across a young lady and she laughs at the car, who cares? That means that she's superficial. She cares about what you have, not about who you are. Be concerned about who you are. Love the fact that you have a mother and a father who care about you. Because guess what? There are kids out there who don't have that. Okay? They don't have a mother and a father who are there to support them. Because I tell you what, because you're grown, if that man right now said, you know what, get the hell out of my house, where are you going to stay? You can use that $50,000 that you get from the school to get your own place, but you know what? You can use that $50,000. You can put that into a bank. It can grow. You can invest it, whatever. You have help. And you are so blind to that fact. You don't even see that this man is still helping you, and you have dragged him into court. You don't recognize that. You don't appreciate that. And now I'm wondering, damn, does he even love this man? I don't have my father here. I didn't have a good relationship with my father. I wish I did. I had a mother who cared for me. I had a sister who cared for me, and they helped get me to where I am right now on this judge's bench. If these people walk away from you right now, who are you going to have? Your friends? The ones that want to see you drive up in the Ferrari? When the Ferrari crashes, you think they're going to be there for you? Hell no. They don't care about you. They care about, hey, he's a fun guy to hang out with. Hey, he can help us win a championship. But when it goes sideways, the only people who are going to be there for you are the people who are there for you right now. And if you can't recognize that, I don't know what to tell you. Like he said, you want to get a Ferrari, you work hard, you get drafted in the NBA, and you go out and you buy yourself a Ferrari. I wouldn't recommend doing that because there are a lot of guys who make it to the NBA, they get the money, and then next thing you know, 10 years from now, everything's gone. This man has successfully made it on his own. Follow his leadership.
Are you listening to the judge?
The experience that he has, he can give it to you. So even if when you graduate, if you don't make it into the league and you want to do your cyber security thing, this man has the education and the experience to help you grow. Hell, you could probably be bigger than he is. And then you can buy as many Ferraris as you like.
And you can buy me one too.
That would be nice.
No.
But my friend, listen to me and listen to me well. Do not dictate your life on materialistic stuff. Do not dictate your life on how other people see you. Because like I said, when the chips get down, all those people are going to walk away from you. Every single time. You're young. You don't have life experience yet. Your father has life experience. You better learn from him because there's going to come a day when he's not here. There's going to come a day when your mom isn't going to be here. And on that day, you will cry, you will cry, you will cry, and you will wish that you had them for the smallest little things, like maybe just talking about the weather. You better learn to appreciate it while you have them now and take the knowledge that they have so you can improve your own life. Am I making myself clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
You do understand this case has been dismissed, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Judge Porter. I appreciate your time. Come on, son. Come on. It'll be fine. We'll have a nice talk when we get home. Drink some mate. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out, okay?
All right.
On behalf of myself and my family, I'd like to thank Judge Porter and the Mango Park community for making the right decision here today. I have had many conversations with my son about what went down in court today, but I think hearing it from Judge Porter himself will send the right message and clarify many things for him. And I have noticed an ongoing pattern of young people in this community not listening to their elders. And I think the decision that was made here today is very important for us and for the entire community and for the whole world. So thank you for that, Mr. Porter. I really appreciate you.
This whole thing was complete nonsense. You know, I find it kind of stupid how I'm leaving here empty-handed, not getting what I know I deserve and definitely earned. You know, Judge Porter, I think, in my opinion, he's just being biased towards my father because he's older, he can relate to him more. I'm younger, so he can't really relate to me, and of course he's just going to side with him. So probably when we get home, this is going to be a very, very quiet car ride. So I'll probably just, you know, try to talk to my mom and see if she'll get me what I want. And hopefully, you know, she has, you know, some more sense and knows what I actually deserve.
I am speechless. So I purposely kept quiet so that the judge will do its job and decide. The judge did a good job, but from their conversation, you discover that the boy obviously was not taught hard work, what appreciation means, because you have a father and a mother, you live in a house, your father buys you everything. It's not all kids that have a father that will ask for something and the father provides. Some parents, some fathers are absent fathers and they wish to have fathers in their homes. Some homes don't have a father and a mother, and you have that, and you are still complaining that your father's supposed to have gotten you what you asked for, not what your father can afford, or you deserve it because you are a 4.0, you are good in basketball, you are a captain, you must get what you deserve. That's ridiculous. And that should speak to us as parents. Be careful how you give your kids gifts in the name of love, in the name of meeting their needs, in the name of giving them what they want, because a time will come that they will now ask for what you cannot afford, and you'll be wondering, I don't want to hurt their feelings, or I don't want to go break the bank, and the child will be disappointed. They should learn how to be disappointed at a young age. And they should also understand that it's not everything they ask for that they get. And one of the things that the boy said, the man was happy about the verdict, but the son was disappointed, saying it's nonsense that the judge is citing the father and he is going to go speak with the mother. Maybe sometimes, we mothers, our hearts can melt a little bit more when it comes to spoiling our kids, loving on our kids. And he was like, I'm going to check with my mom. Maybe she will understand and give it to me. Sometimes when kids ask something from their father and the father said no, they will go to their mom. And sometimes the mom will say yes, encouraging bad attitude. Please, I'm not judging once again. I yesterday was Christmas and I was just like, I would like to give my son what he asked for because he has worked so hard. He has improved a whole lot. He has been amazing. This is a kid that on December 25, he does his work he's on the dining table doing his math. Doing his winter package. I'm amazed. Any little chance he has is either he's coloring or he's doing his schoolwork. I am so impressed. So I was just like, oh, I wish I could give it to him. He deserved it. But the dad was like, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Let him feel whatever he's feeling. Let him feel disappointed so that he will understand that it's not everything that they ask that they get, so that they will not grow up with entitlement mentality. Oh, I deserve it. According to that guy, I deserve it. I'm a basketball player, captain, a 4.0. I deserve it. I understand you deserve it, but we should also learn to teach our kids that it's not everything they ask that they get, and giving them everything can even though it means, to you, it means love, but you might be spoiling them. You might be spoiling them. So saying no is very, very important, and explain to your child why you said no. Make them to understand that it's not everything that you ask that you get. I tell my kids, it's not everything we ask God, even as human beings, that we ask God that we get. And you know what? God is our Father. He knows what we need, not what we want. He knows that what is planned for us is best. And sometimes what we ask for is not good, and it will give us what we deserve, what we need. So as a parent, I don't know what you take out from this video, but for me, it taught me a great lesson that if you don't raise your children in a healthy way, here we talk about healthy parenting. If you don't raise your children in a healthy way, I'm not saying don't buy things for your kids, but it will come back. It would circle around and come back to you and haunt you. It will come back and hurt you. It will come back and disturb your peace. I mean, a father left work to go to the court because the child did not get what he asked for, and it is very annoying. So I also did a video about gadgets. This is a season of generation of social media, giving your kids whatever thing they ask for. And I hope you watch the video here, because the doctor said a whole lot about giving kids unlimited screen time, and it's making them depressed. I mean, their brain don't work the way it's supposed to be because of too much screen time. And their doctor is seeing patients upon patient who are depressed, and they are kids. So we should be careful as parents as to what we call love and give our children problem. Meanwhile, that problem, we will not escape from it. It will come and hunt back to us. So that's what I wanted to share. What did you give your kids for Christmas? Was it something you were able to afford? Was it too much on your budget, but you wanted to please your child? Share in the comments below. Share what you take home from this video. And I hope you are taking notes to make sure that you're raising your children in a healthy way. We are all here for healthy parenting and for intentional parenting, so that we know that we are laying a good foundation for our kids and making sure that they are growing up in a healthy way. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye-bye.